Texas played great. They had a level of serving we haven't seen all year, and that really impacted us and our momentum and our confidence. And then everything started going their way, and they got all the momentum, and we could never get it back. So great job by them, great job by their players. I'm very proud of our team for getting here. No seniors, and we've had a heck of a year. One of the greatest seasons we've ever had in Nebraska this year. And so this match isn't going to define that and what we've accomplished this year, but hopefully it'll motivate us for another run and get back here in 2024.
And your questions. Go here.
Leo Haggerty, Amped Up Sports Coach. It looked like Texas, it wasn't a power game, it was more a finesse game at the net. Would you say that's a correct statement?
No. They mix it up a lot. So they hit, they throw, they roll shot. But there was a lot of out of system on their side as well. We just gave up too many points passing. But their serving was not finesse. They were really serving tough and low air. It was impressive. Not sure I've ever seen it. Well, I saw them do that to Wisconsin and do it to Stanford, so they're on a roll right now.
In the first row here, please.
Lexi, what was the toughest thing about their service game? And when someone's on a roll like that, what do you try to do defensively?
I would say the toughest thing was just they were able to mix up depths. They were hitting us deep and dropping some short, and they just had lots of movement on it, which made it tough for us passers. And I think when they're going on a run, we're just trying to get one side out, just try and get a ball high in the middle and run our offense from there. But with tough serves like that, it can be tough sometimes.
Go to the second row there, please.
John, the big serve, the 10-point serving run that Texas had in the second set, as a coach, is that helpless? Is that frustrating? What's that moment like for you?
It's very helpless. It's just, you're hoping they'll miss one, or but it just really takes away all of our rhythm and confidence when somebody can do that. And I've seen it when we've done it to other teams, and so it's it's tough. There's not much you can do. Good. I'll give you a football analogy since you like those. It's like it's fourth quarter, and they're just running the ball. You know they're going to run it, and you can't stop them. That's what it feels like, and they just go down the field, and that's what Texas did.
Go to the first row, please.
For all the players, and ladies, this is the last place you want to be, I know that, but starting with Harper, how long is it going to take to get this one out of your system?
I don't really think it's going to leave my system, so it'll just carry on to next year and make us win next year.
I would agree with that. This is the second time I've lost a national championship, and first one still is with me, so this will stick with me throughout the next year.
Yeah, this isn't going away.
Let's go back to the first row here, please.
Harper, you guys are such a young team. What did you in particular, and what do you think the team learned from kind of the whole weekend down here and from today's match?
That we need to take advantage of serving and passing more.
Go to the back row, please.
Coach, it was Asia O'Neal that did a lot of that serving and obviously some other things in the match. Could you speak about her, all the problems she presents to you as an opponent?
Yeah, I thought we did a pretty good job defending her. They let her take some balls and throw them a little bit, which every ref calls it different. But what you saw there, that's an international player who's playing in her fifth year, who played with the USA team this last year. And at that level, you understand how hard you can serve and how hard you need to serve. And she's implemented that in college volleyball. These guys haven't played with the USA national team and, in the biggest tournaments of the year in the summer. And she's, that's a lot of extra practice for her. And again, we'll learn from that. And again, I want to apologize, but Tampa did a heck of a job with this thing, and these people deserve a lot of credit. And I've seen Nebraska put on some big events, and Tampa has held its own, and the people here have been great. So I want to be sure those people know they did a great job here, and the NCAA did a great job. And this is one of the best Final Fours I've been to. With your question on what did we learn this week, it was a first-class event, and they did an awesome job, and we're very appreciative.
We can go to this right here.
This question is for Lexi as a leader of this team. What's your message to your teammates moving forward? Obviously, this is not the way you wanted this season to end, but what's your message moving forward?
We talked about it a little, but we had a really good season up until tonight, and we have things that we can be proud of, and we had matches that we can take to our advantage next year, and we grew a lot as a team. And I just think I don't really have to give a pep talk because I know everyone's going to be very motivated and compete even harder than we did this year to get it done next year.
We'll go to the second row, please.
For Lexi and anybody else that wants to chime in, no seniors obviously, but each team is unique. What was special about this team, and what's it like knowing that you're going to be able to bring this group back and build off of this season?
I think all year we talked about how this team was special just because of how much drive and competitiveness we had, and I think that stays true. This team was very special, and we worked extremely hard for one another, and until that last point, this entire season, we were playing for the person next to us and playing for the 14 girls that have put in so much work this year. And I think that's going to be something that's special about us next year because it's not just going to go away. It's going to stick with us.
Go back to the back corner, please.
Coach, looking at the offensive hitting percentage, in addition to some of the other things that you've mentioned, there were some struggles offensively. Anything you can pinpoint that to as you look back at the match?
Yeah, it's a 7-letter word called passing or a 7-letter word called serving. So you can take your pick. I mean, it's just volleyball is a hard game when you don't have any rhythm, and we had no rhythm passing, and then you lose your confidence. The setters lose their confidence. Everybody starts pressing. They try to hit the ball harder. We're out of system the whole time, and it's a downward spiral from there. It's really hard to get it back once you lose it.
You can stay on the aisle there, please.
Bekka, what you're feeling now, is that a reflection of how you felt about this team this year or something different?
No. This is a really great team. And how I feel right now is that's just the price you pay for caring. But no, this is not a reflection of how I feel about this team. I would do it all over again if with the same result with these girls.
We go back to the aisle, please, there.
Harper, you never know how things are going to turn out, and there's no guarantees. But I've said to people this year, if you don't get Nebraska this year, you better. Do you feel like that?
Yeah, I think we're going to win 3 national championships the next 3 years. So.
Fuck yeah.
Back row.
Coach, the momentum in volleyball, obviously in matches, is so big, but even the momentum of a few weeks. I mean, Texas was 1 point away from being eliminated in the region semifinals. Then they end up winning it. What happened? What did they use to kind of propel themselves into this?
I'll tell you exactly, and I'll go back to 2017. We're playing Penn State in the semis, and Penn State has match point, and the setter and middle trip to win it and fall down. We come back and win the match, and then you think you're invincible. You think it's destiny, it's ours, and I think Texas experienced that. And I watched that match. I mean, they shouldn't have won it. Tennessee should have won that match. And when you go through something like that, I remember in 2000, same thing. We were back then it was side out scoring. Do I need to explain that for some of you guys what side out scoring is? But we were down 2-1. 14 or back then it was 14-10 in the fourth. So they have match point. We're down 14-10, and we find a way to come back and win that. And then we went on and won the whole thing. So sometimes you go through those matches that give you that whatever extra thing is, like, hey, there doesn't matter what happens, we're not losing. And we've had some of those, but we've been playing really well. We played one of our best matches of the year in the semis, which is great for this group on this biggest stage. But I think that was the difference maker for Texas.
First row.
Coach, with the explosion of women's volleyball, if I'm a network, I'm doing like the basketball's doing, getting 4 teams together, 8 teams together, going to Maui or that before the season starts. You think that may happen?
No. The reason is basketball is a 2-semester sport, so they have time to do that. We basically have 4 weeks and we're in conference. We don't have time to fly all over and do all that, unless they want to change the schedule. But I don't think that's going to happen. So I don't think you're going to see that. No.
To the aisle.
John, in what ways has Texas set the bar that you and other teams have to match now?
I got to think about that, but you look at tonight's match. I mean, they've got half their starting team are transfers. They're all 4th and 5th year players, except for Ella, the setter, who did a great job. So they've got, that's how they've been building their teams. That's how they built last year's team. I like what we're doing. I like recruiting kids and trying to make them be great.
Anything further for Coach and our student athletes? Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.